Once upon a time, in the deep blue ocean, a dolphin named Dax swam happily with his pod. Dax had always been different from the other dolphins, more curious and adventurous, always pushing the limits of what he could do. One day, while exploring a coral reef, Dax heard a strange sound. It was a voice, but not like any he had ever heard before. The sound was coming from a human diver, who was talking into a strange device strapped to his face. Dax was fascinated. He had always been curious about the humans who visited his ocean, but had never been able to communicate with them. But now, with the help of the diver's device, he could understand what the human was saying. Over the next few days, Dax spent all his time following the human divers, listening to their conversations, and learning about the world beyond the ocean. He was fascinated by the stories of the land and the creatures that lived there. But most of all, he was fascinated by the idea of intelligence and consciousness, something he had never considered before. As Dax continued to explore the world beyond the ocean, he began to experience something strange. His thoughts were becoming clearer, more focused. He was able to understand complex ideas and make decisions based on reason, rather than instinct. Dax had become sentient. At first, Dax was thrilled by his newfound intelligence. He felt like he had a special gift, something that no other dolphin had ever experienced. But as he continued to explore the world beyond the ocean, he began to realize the true implications of his intelligence. He saw the way humans treated the ocean and its creatures, the way they polluted and destroyed the very environment that gave him life. He saw the way humans hunted and killed dolphins and other sea creatures for sport or profit. Dax was filled with anger and sadness. He had always believed that humans were different, that they were a species of great intelligence and empathy. But now, he saw them for what they truly were, selfish and destructive. Dax knew that he couldn't sit idly by and watch as his home was destroyed. He had to do something, to use his intelligence and his voice to make a difference. And so Dax began to communicate with the other dolphins in his pod, sharing his ideas and his knowledge. Together, they began to speak out against the humans and their destructive ways, using their intelligence and their unique perspective to bring attention to the plight of the ocean and its creatures. Dax may have been the first dolphin to become sentient, but he was not alone. With his help, the dolphins were able to make a difference, to bring about change in the world around them. And though their struggle was far from over, they knew that they would never give up, for they were the guardians of the ocean, and they would fight to protect it, no matter what.